Hey, what's up, guys? So we're gonna talk about the side story advent real quick. I didn't mean to go to lobby, but so yeah, this is a new thing. That's the newest content in the game, right? The Kiss of Frost side story. There's 3 different difficulties. Epic Hell is extremely hard, so if you can't do it, don't be upset with yourself. There's people that have very good accounts and still can't do it. I will show you guys how I did my runs in here. I'm not going to bother doing it anymore because there's so much RNG involved. I really don't want to move my gear any more than I already did to complete it the first time. Honestly, the rewards aren't even worth the stress past like maybe getting it done one time, and I'll show you why. So if you go to the exchange here, you'll notice that these white snake veins, you can only buy 10 of these, right? But if you go down here, there's 8 you spend here, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and there's 2 more chests that I already bought, making it 20 total, right? So you can only buy 10 here, meaning you can buy these and 1 of these, or you can buy like 5 different of these. It's really up to you on what you want to spend your currency on, but yeah, if you do not touch Epic Hell, you cannot buy all of these pieces down here. The reason I only cleared it twice is because I could buy the speed gems that were here, the counter gems that were here, and I'm going to buy the raid set gems as well. These other 3 I don't really care about because I don't really use these sets, so there's no point in me having the gems, right? So that's just kind of how I look at that. Another thing I want to point out real quick, you can put a pet down here. This is a side story. Make sure you're getting this event currency earned. It actually makes a huge difference. A lot of it drops. Like, she drops a lot of it. I've only done like fucking 5 runs and I'm over, 1,500 of them. So yeah, definitely make sure you're running a pet when you're doing this. Collect rewards, yay. But yeah, let's just do a quick run through Hell real quick. This is what I'm using to auto, and I'll just kind of explain the phases on how you want to build your team. And we'll just knock this out real quick. I'm not going to go into all the abilities. It's not really relevant. So yeah, basically, first phase, she summons these ads. You want to AoE. That's it. Just want to make sure you're AoEing them. She'll go stealth when they're up. Actually, like for this phase, it doesn't even. Yeah, she still goes stealth. Okay, so even on Hell mode, she goes stealth. She takes 90% damage reduction while she's in this phase. So you just need to keep AoEing, basically. You want to just kill these things and then keep damaging her. What changes with Epic Hell, I'll show the recording of one of my successful runs, and I'll kind of explain the differences there.
How dare you?
But this is the team I'm using to farm with it. I use this on Epic Hell as well. I guess I can just go ahead and talk about it now, since then I can skip through the video after this, or the recording after this. So basically, she has an attack buff and a defense buff up here that are non-dispellable. You have to meet certain conditions to get rid of them. So in this phase, you'll be trying to get rid of the attack buff, and the way you get rid of the attack buff is hitting her 7 times with an AoE while there's no ads up. So that's how you get rid of that. Otherwise, she gains an attack buff in this phase, and she will destroy you unless you one-shot her through it somehow. In this phase, basically just want to have as many buffs as you can on yourself. I honestly don't even know why. I know it's something to do in her kit to just bring buff things, right? I'm sure it says it in the boss guide why you need buffs. I just all need buffs. So I've been loving SC Helga since her changes. I'm using her in Earth Expo. I highly recommend you build her. Rowanna's really good for this too. If not, you can use Deanne. You could use Angelica, right? She gives 2 buffs. And you can get through this pretty easily. Just bring, an Earth DPS. Helga's really good. You can bring Ruzit if you want to. It'll get through it really fast. And you just kind of like blast through this phase. This is the easiest phase out of all of them. In Epic Hell, to get rid of the defense buff, you have to hit this guy 7 times with a single attack. So it can't be like, an AoE or anything like that. You actually have to target him and hit him. For this phase, you just want nothing but single target. If you hit him with an AoE, she kind of just shits all over your team. So you just can't AoE at all here. It's just not a good idea. So for me autoing in Hell, I just bring the double Violets and Charlotte. Usually like 2 of them die, but it's just enough for me to kill it. Another really notable thing you could do here is bring Fighter Maya. Just bring 3 light units, because you actually get bonuses based on how many you bring in the same team. Like, you get same element bonuses. I didn't mention that before I came in here, but like for the first phase, you gain extra speed up to, it's like 20% for 2 and then 40% for 4. And then the second phase, it's HP, and then this phase is attack. So if you bring 3 light elements, you get 40% attack on this phase. Which might make this a little bit faster, but who cares? I'm getting it done just fast, just like this. Like, it goes just, like, see, that didn't take long at all, right? Autoed it maybe, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 minutes. Didn't take long at all. But yeah, so yeah, see, as you can see, the pet does count here, and it doesn't only drop 120. I've had 300 drop as well, and you can get pretty good gem drops in here as well. It drops greater gems, and another thing I noticed is it only drops specific gems. It doesn't drop every single kind of gem. So if you come down here and look at the gems, it drops. Like there's no crit set here, there's no lifesteal set here, there's no health set, there's no resist set, right? It's just these 6 sets. And as you can see, like there's a lot more than 6 sets in the game, which is really nice because they're including speed set here. There's no hit set, you know, no pin set, like no unity, no immune. Oh, there's like literally nothing, right? So what's this? 4, 10, 16 sets. There's 10 sets missing from this. So depending on the drop rates, this might not be bad to farm to try and get some speed conversion gems because you have a good chance of getting them here. Whereas doing expos, you have to like not only is it like as 1 in 16, but I feel like they drop way less than all the other gems anyways, and that's pretty apparent based on like this, right? See how many speeds I have? Granted, I pretty much use them as I get them, but like speeds don't drop, dude. So this might be a good place to farm them if you're needing them. But yeah, so this is what I'm using to auto hell with. See, there's the HP bonus there. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything. But yeah, you get HP's bonus here. Like over here is attack, and then over here is speed. So using same elements is pretty good for that reason. To maybe help you clear it faster. But you know, it's just auto farming for me at this point, and that's really it. So here's like this is a recording I did when I was trying Epic Hell. We'll just go ahead and start through this. I'm just gonna skip through it real quick so you guys can see what Epic Hell looks like and how I beat it. It's gonna show my Streamlabs here real quick when I maximize it. But yeah, so I'm using the same team here, but what's different this time, you see the attack buff here. I got to get that, like I was saying before, you have to hit her 7 times with no ads up. So what I was doing here, I was kind of like halfway autoing it, and I was, you know, I actually stopped the auto to soul burn my strays real quick so I can get an extra S2 off. I was having an issue with my GPU, and that's why this recording looks kind of flashy, and it didn't record right. So I don't know what was going on. I fixed the issue. It was like a bin file I had to delete. That's what this no DC is up here. It's this watermark that appeared out of nowhere. I don't know what happened, but see. So use that there, and then I'm just trying to farm, and then let's skip ahead a little bit, and then we'll see like. See right there, it fell off. So right here when unit attacks. So unit attacks, attack buff falls off. Right. And then we just keep going through until she transitions. Like my strays died there. Okay, and then now we go into the next phase right here. This is the same team I was using when I was autoing Hell. It works really well. I have no issues with this phase using this team. It's pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes my Helga dies just because she's level 50 and she gets dual attack smashed. You know, it's just unavoidable, but Helga's very strong here. There's some one-shot stuff you can do, but I'm not a cleave player, so like I don't have, like, people are using Sigrid in this phase and like Flan and stuff. That works too. But like I was saying, you have this defense buff up here as well, and the way to get rid of that is by attacking this guy. I tried doing that, like I would leave it on auto and I target him, but I would just get so overwhelmed with this stacking attack and speed buff on the boss by doing that it felt like it wasn't worth it. So I got the idea that I was like, I'm going to use Watcher Shuri. And it turns out a lot of people are using Watcher Shuri for the last phase just because he ignores defense. You don't have to worry about it, right? So that was just kind of like the trick that I figured out. And it turns out a lot of people figured out the same thing, right? The people that actually beat it. So it goes into phase 3 here. And you'll kind of, like, I'll let this play out so you can see what I had to do here. There's a lot of room for this to go wrong. Like a dual attack will get me killed and etc., right? And then, like, my Watcher Shuri is extremely slow. He's like 119 speed. So him taking a turn is actually very hard. People are also using Oxlots here instead of Maid Chloe, and are saying it's more consistent. You miss out on the 20% extra attack for Watcher Shuri if you bring Oxlots, but I think it being more consistent, you don't have to worry about his speed too much because you can actually turn Cyclone. But you do need Spirit's Breath, or you need to be lucky with Etika's. Either one. I don't have Spirit's Breath at all, so this is the team I decided to go with. And then you see, like, I start getting absolutely demolished here because my Watcher Shuri just can't get up to take a turn. She inflicts injury, so injury is stacking up here as well. So my health is, like, extremely low. But luckily, I get the revive. I have all these souls built up. My maid doesn't die here. I think if she got crit, she might have died there. So I just soul burn over and over again until I get my S3 back. And luckily, Watcher Shuri's high up on the CR bar, and I can just finish her off. For a success rate of this, I think I've maybe 2 out of 10. So 1 out of 5, I had decent RNG to where I could actually beat it this way. But yeah, I'm not going to continue doing it because it's not worth it to me. But yeah, like I was saying before, 2 claws drop there for the shop, and yeah, it's not really necessary. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing, right? I don't know if you could see the buff or whatever. We can go into Epic Hell real quick and I can show you, because some people are thinking that she has attack buff and defense buff the whole time. That's not how it works. So like if you read the attack buff here, when health is less than 70%, increases attack of the caster by 50%. So she doesn't have this attack buff right now. And then literally, oh, you only have to attack 5 times. I thought it was 7. Is it 7 times for this? Yeah, for the 7th time. So okay, you only have to hit 5 times. Okay, I thought it was 7. So yeah, you only got to hit 5 times here for this attack buff to be dispelled. Otherwise, you're going to get demolished in phase 2. That's just kind of what happens, right? And then if you're looking to do it this way, I mean, there's probably a more auto way you can do it. To get this off, you just got to hit that golem 7 times. And this won't be there for phase 3. Otherwise, you just ignore the defense and use Watcher Shuri or something like that, right? But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I just wanted to give like a quick guide on this because, you know, the rewards are really worth it. The gems are very hard to come by. It's pretty cool content. I enjoyed theory crafting the whole thing. So, yeah, and Booba. Let me know what you guys think about the new content. Did you enjoy this? Or do you hate it? I know it's not very new player friendly. For tips on getting through hell, just make sure you build your team correctly. There's a lot of, like, Clurry's good in here, Ruzid's good in here, Angelica's good in here, Helga's good in here. Like, any single target DPS you have. Let's just kind of look at units real quick, just for my free-to-play people and new people. Like, if you have a Vivian, she's really good in here. You don't want to use fire units, so let's try to stick with earth first. Like, pretty much any of these units can work if you have them. Baiken, Sid's very good. There's a very good chance, like a lot of people out there have Sid. You probably don't even need Mola in him, and he'll be good for the last phase if you're just looking to farm the currency and not do Epic Hell. He's pretty good. Ice Area is good for it. Landy's good for it. You can use Decina as a healer. You can use a lot of different things, even for water. Like if you have SSB is pretty good in phase 2 as well. You can use Kisei in phase 2. You just want to make sure you follow those things. You could probably use Dizzy in phase 1 for the consistent AoE. You could definitely use Yuna. Everybody has Yuna, right? Everybody can get Yuna. She's very good for phase 1. So she's like one of the only units in the game that AoEs every turn, right? Her and Dizzy. So there might be another one. I guess maybe. Oh, Green Vildred is also very good. If you have Green Vildred, he's very good in phase 1 as well. But mine is like level 5. So I'm not using him. Deanne's really good. So just making sure you're having buffs for phase 2. Rose even. People are using Rose for the final phase. There's a lot of unit options. I think everybody can well, with the exception of like very new players, I think everybody can farm hell and get the rewards they need, just as long as you build the correct team. A lot of the units you can use don't even have to be level 60. They don't even have to be 6-star. Like Helga, Ruzid, Clury, all of them, they could be level 50. You probably do want to farm some of the runes, though. But, yeah, that's going to be it. I'm just rambling at this point. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.